Hello everyone, welcome back to What's Up Today show. Today we're diving into a significant update from the political world. President-elect Donald Trump has made a groundbreaking decision by selecting Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. This move has caught widespread attention as Trump and Kennedy share an ambitious goal to reshape America's health landscape. Stay tuned as we break down this unexpected alliance, Kennedy's role in the upcoming administration, and what it means for the future of public health in the U.S. Trump taps RFK Jr. to lead Department of Health and Human Services, President-elect. Trump on Thursday selected Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to lead the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS. I am thrilled to announce Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as the United States Secretary of Health and Human Services, HHS. For too long, Americans have been crushed by the industrial food complex and drug companies who have engaged in deception, misinformation, and disinformation when it comes to public health, Trump said in his announcement. The safety and health of all Americans is the most important role of any administration, and HHS will play a big role in helping ensure that everybody will be protected from harmful chemicals, pollutants, pesticides, pharmaceutical products, and food additives that have contributed to the overwhelming health crisis in this country. Mr. Kennedy will restore these agencies to the traditions of gold standard scientific research and beacons of transparency to end the chronic disease epidemic and to make America great and healthy again, Trump added. The announcement comes just over a week after Trump won back the presidency. Kennedy thanked Trump on X shortly after, vowing to make America healthy again and put an end to the chronic disease epidemic. Together, we will clean up corruption, stop the revolving door between industry and government, and return our health agencies to their rich tradition of gold standard, evidence-based science. I will provide Americans with transparency and access to all the data so they can make informed choices for themselves and their families, he wrote. Kennedy joined the 2024 campaign cycle as a candidate for the Oval Office. Kennedy, who is the son of former U.S. Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy, dropped out of the presidential election in August after initially running as a Democrat, before he switched to an independent run. He endorsed Trump shortly after suspending his campaign, hitting the campaign trail for the Trump-Vance ticket while touting his plans to make America healthy again under a potential Trump presidency. Kennedy also spoke during Trump's historic Madison Square Garden rally last month, where he unleashed on the current state of the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is the party of war. It's the party of the CIA. You had Kamala Harris giving a speech at the Democratic Convention that was written by neocons. It was belligerent, pugnacious. It talked about domination of the world by the United States through our weapons of war. It's the party today that wants to divide Americans. It's a party that is dismantling women's sports by letting men play women's sports, he said. It's the party of Wall Street. It's the party of Bill Gates, who just gave $50 million to Harris. It's the party, and the Harris campaign is very proud that it received the endorsement of 50 former CIA agents and officers, and of John Bolton, and of Dick Cheney. Kennedy was asked about his potential role in the next White House and whether he would begin clearing out the top-level federal service workers that are currently at the FDA and the CDC. He continued, in some categories, their entire departments, like the nutrition department in the FDA, they have to go. They're not doing their job. They're not protecting our kids. Why do we have Fruit Loops in this country that have 18 or 19 ingredients, and you go to Canada, and it's got 2 or 3? This isn't the first time Kennedy was considered for a cabinet position for a presidential administration. Back in 2008, then President-elect Obama reportedly strongly considered naming Kennedy to lead the Environmental Protection Agency, Politico reported at the time. Transition team spokesperson Caroline Leavitt joined Fox News earlier Thursday, where she noted more cabinet picks would likely be announced later that afternoon, and also noted that Kennedy is a once-in-a-generation thought leader who would likely be offered a position in the administration. Certainly, President Trump wants to find a place for RFK Jr. He has made that very clear throughout the campaign. RFK Jr. is a once-in-a-generation thought leader. He's an independent mind, a critical thinker. We definitely need more of that in Washington, D.C. As for his specific position, I'll let President Trump announce that. But RFK Jr. will focus in the Trump administration on making America healthy again. That's another promise that President Trump made on the campaign trail, and with an appointment of RFK Jr. to whatever position President Trump decides. That promise will be delivered upon, Libet said. Earlier this week, Kennedy called on ordinary Americans to make suggestions about what policies and people should be put in place under Trump's second administration, with Kennedy allies launching a website called Policies for the People to facilitate the suggestions from voters. The website says that the suggestions will help fill the over 4,000 appointments across the entire executive branch. President Trump has asked Bobby Kennedy to help drain the swamp by giving him an influential leadership role on his transition team, a post on the website says. But Bobby cannot do this alone, so he is now turning to the wisdom and expertise of his supporters and the larger community. The website is similar to what tech billionaire Elon Musk has said about maximum transparency related to his upcoming role co-leading the Department of Government Efficiency. Known as DOGE, the task force will dismantle government bureaucracy/excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies, Trump said earlier this week. All actions of the Department of Government Efficiency will be posted online for maximum transparency. Anytime the public thinks we are cutting something important or not cutting something wasteful, just let us know. We will also have a leaderboard for most insanely dumb spending of your tax dollars. This will be both extremely tragic and extremely entertaining, Musk posted to X of how DOGE will operate. Thanks for tuning into What's Up Today's show. This is an evolving story, and we'll be keeping an eye on further announcements from the Trump administration and the direction Kennedy plans to take. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. What are your thoughts on this new appointment? Is this the shakeup needed in public health? We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.